Welcome back everybody to yet another Recipe Wednesday, where we make one recipe on a Wednesday. My name is Patrick Erskine, and...
Isn't chili con carne cheap? Would love to see your take on it next week.
Well, Parsons, I can't pronounce your first name, but I would love to make chili for you. You ask, I indulge. But before we go into that, I'm going to come at you with one question. What exactly is chili?
Texas and Milwaukee,
See, when I get asked to make chili, I get confused, mainly because there's so many different types of chili. When people ask for chili, they think of that, Texas-style chili. You can also call it red chili. It gets its flavors from tomatoes, peppers, ground beef, and it is a very good chili. But just as good is green chili. It gets its flavors from tomatillos, roasted jalapenos, and pork. And there's even a white chili that's full of flavors from beans, jalapenos, and chicken. And then I run into the fact that different cities put chili on top of different things. Cincinnati on top of spaghetti, Michigan on top of hot dogs, and the list goes on and on.
So if I'm going to give you a recipe, it's got to have enough passion behind it equal to the amount of passion I have with food. So, with no further ado, let's get cooking. I believe it's pretty safe to say that the chili recipes that have the most passion behind them are Texas-style chili recipes. So much so that the Texans have created rules for them. Like, the Texas rules of chili. Chili's definition is an amalgamation of meat, red chilies, pureed flavors, and powdered spices. Rule number 1. Spices must be made from scratch. No pre-made spices. Rule number 2. No fillers like beans, rice, or macaroni. That's about it. Those are like actual rules. But I have my own rules. Rule number 1. After eating a bowl of chili, it must make you feel warm inside. Like you just got a big hug from your mom. Or you just came out of a jacuzzi. Or you're wearing too many jackets. That's it. That's my only rule. So, without breaking Texas chili rules, and without breaking my chili rules, let's make a bowl of chili. So the first thing we need to start with is browning 2 pounds of ground beef. First, heat up a heavy pan, browning the meat, breaking it up into golf ball sized chunks. Then remove the meat. In the same pan, add 1 small diced onion, caramelizing it. Now put these to the side. Now this is where the magic happens. Chili is not chili without chili powder. My recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of chili. Where the art comes into when making chili is you don't need 4 tablespoons worth of the same powder. For example, this is a dried chili. If I de-seed it, blend it in a spice grinder, you can make your own chili powder. And if you divvy the 4 tablespoons of chili powder into actual different chilies, it gives the chili a much different depth of flavor. So now we're gonna create our spice blend. So first we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of various chili powders, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and lastly 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Then bring that to the stove. In a pot, add the cooked ground beef, the caramelized onions, the spice mixture, 1 cup of tomato sauce, and then 4 cups of beef broth. And then 2 cups of water, lid on top. Just let it simmer away for no less than 2 hours. Now at this point it's done. You can serve it as it is, but if you need to add a little more salt, this is when you do that. And also if you want it to be a little more spicier, you can add a little Tabasco. Well, there you go. Chili con carne. Just for you, Mezzy Parsons. I hope I said that right. Mezzy? Chili con carne, just for you. But, how does it taste? Whoa, that's really good. That is definitely like a classic chili con carne. It's just the beef and the different varieties of like peppers and spices in there and the tomato. It's really good. If you like adding like beans and tomatoes and corn to your chili, go for it. Like personally, I think the more the better in chili. I made it this way because I want to stick to like the classic chili con carne recipe and kind of give my take on it. What this chili does really, really well is like having the different chili powders really makes a difference. Like it really changes the flavor and makes it like a lot more depth. So when you're eating it, it's like, whoa, like these flavors are changing. It's really good. And I want to make a quick shout out to Mezzy Parsons. Thank you for leaving a suggestion for a recipe. I tried my best to get back to everyone who comments on my videos. And I think it'd be really cool going on further. If you want to see a recipe made on this channel, or just my take on a recipe, or just a thought, leave in the comment section, and whatever kind of like gets the most thumbs up and rises to the top, I'll totally make an episode on it. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you liked today's episode, if you liked today's recipe, definitely like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and as always, keep cooking. Bye.